Okay, lesson 210. I'm not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Reviewing lesson 190. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. Pain is my own idea. It is not a thought of God, but one I thought apart from Him and from His will. His will is joy, and only joy for His beloved Son. And that I choose instead of what I made. Okay. So grateful. I remember when I read this lesson through the first time, I was just blown away by the power of this lesson, because that's truly the power of our choice to step out of problems and fear and to be in joy and of service and helpfulness, and to stand from a perspective that there need not be fear or pain at any time. And I shared in our video, the video for yesterday, that Justine was in pain last night, and it kind of triggered her to be inconsolably crying, and then so hot and sticky because I didn't get an air conditioner yet, and just like a series of things. And then today she's golden. But it's just like, even then, standing in that position, that it need not be that I fear anything. And today, at this time, I'm not sure if they're still there, but the police were across the street, and we took a bath like later this evening, and I heard this yell. And that's the thing, I feel like I have such an antenna up for like people fighting. And the thing is, which is coming over me now that I have a young child who cries, it's part of her expression. And then I'm like, okay, I used to just be on the alert, and even just seeing the police and then kind of watching them go into the house and hearing things, but I went right into prayer. And my prayer was like, what I felt in my heart was, because the man who lives there, I've seen him, he kind of carries himself like he's very miserable, and I've heard him like swearing at his dog, and you can just feel this like anger. And I've heard that he is abusive toward the woman sometimes that he lives with. So it's this whole stories I have and this image I have. So I did this prayer, like for him to know, like for everyone involved, that God, to have the presence of God available, that from this situation that's happening, so many good things are happening. Like so many things are blooming, and I don't know what that is, but that's what's occurring, that there is a plan, there is divine order, there is, like, I don't have to look at it like, yeah, he should be in trouble, or I wonder what's wrong. It's like, no, I'm not going to take part in what's wrong. I'm just going to, in this moment, affirm and know and declare and energize that, like, this energy, this force is all around the house. It's within every person, and it's evoking something helpful, powerful, transformative. So that was cool, because it's just, again, it's such a privilege to move into this position where you're responding to things from this centered place, and this declaration that you're not contributing to problems, you're not energizing problems, you're not believing they exist, you're affirming another viewpoint. And because pain is not of God, and it's His will for us to choose joy and to be the happy learner, and in all cases. And I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful that this is becoming more my command center, where I make decisions from, and where I do not lose energy from. Like, to me, that's the greatest disservice to yourself, is letting energy seep out of your system, or your like, it can be important to express yourself and to feel what's coming up. If it's coming up and it's so strong and intense that it requires some attention, because it's kind of like, oh, can redirect Justine if she's kind of like, like, it's like, oh, okay, we got this, no problem, and then like, okay. But if she's just like last night, like, you know, I took her outside. I just feel like when I take her outside, just the earth can help her. Hi. And then, yeah, but it's like that is requiring some attention, and we took some steps. You know, sometimes the feelings are so intense and they are asking for attention and for you to take some steps, like, okay, you're up against some unforgiveness and it's so intense. Then it's like, I have to address this, rather than a fleeting passing thought that's whirling around that's like a fly that's like, get out of here, instead of, you know, something that's landed on your face and it's suctioned there. You know, it might require more effort and concentration, and it can become like, I am, you know, addressing this, rather than poof, out of here, you know. So yeah, and it's just now stepping out of the world that I made, or the world that I was taught, and just being like, no, I don't have to lose my peace. I don't have to lose my peace. I can move into helpfulness. If I lose my peace for a moment, then I begin like putting the mask on myself, and I begin taking care of myself and being helpful to myself. Like, oh, my love, we need to take a day off, whatever it is. But it's just moving into, okay, it's loving me, it's loving the other, it's both. But we know what we're doing. We know why we're here. We know the function. We know our purpose. It's to be loving and to stay in joy, to be in the command center that's commanding and empowering. Not to seep energy, blame, lose our position, you know. Instead of being in the command chair, it's like sitting on the floor and having a tantrum, or sitting on the floor and complaining the floor is hard and cold. You know, it's like, we don't have to. So this is what's come through today. So I bless your practicing, and I look forward to our next review. Bye for now. Poor Justine. She's in a world of her own. Okay, making dinner. Take care.